Hey everybody, it's Ben in Beta, and today I wanted to just do an update on the DIYDetail 5-year coating that I applied to my 2024 Toyota Tacoma, and talk a little bit about the other products that I've used from DIYDetail and how they're holding up. In my last video, I did talk about a couple of these other items that are out here. This McKillion's foam sprayer and the Incredible Suds works fantastically. Suds that come out of both of these things are incredible. I'm super happy with them. As far as foam cannons go, this is kind of on the expensive side, but I think overall it works pretty well. And it definitely pairs really well with the Incredible Suds from DIYDetail. Now on the other side, I had been talking about all clean a little bit. And one of the things that some viewers reminded me of in the comments was this has already been diluted 15:1, which is why when I tried to use it in the foam sprayer, it didn't quite do the job I was hoping it was going to do. So since then I purchased a gallon of the concentrated version of All Clean, and that'll be here tomorrow. So I'll be able to test that with the proper dilution in this IK foam sprayer, and I'm guessing that'll work even better. And it actually didn't work too bad, even though I diluted it to 30:1 inside the sprayer. I had a couple chances to get out and do some off-roading. So the truck was pretty dirty. There was a decent amount of mud. There's a lot of runoff from snow melt, that kind of thing. And so it was pretty dirty, especially in the wheels. And it did take a little effort, but we got them clean. All Clean still worked well, even though it was diluted. And then I did add a little bit of the quick beads afterwards, and that's still performing well too. Once that was done, then we were on to the foam cannon and Incredible Suds. Again, I was super impressed with how the McKillion's foam cannon and Incredible Suds performed together, and Incredible Suds just in the wash bucket did a fantastic job. Just as a reminder, I do have links for all of these things in the description. They are affiliate links, which means if you use them, they benefit my channel, but they don't cost you any more. And in fact, with the DIYDetail stuff, you even have a coupon code that you can use. If you use Ben in Beta at checkout, you get some off of your order, which is awesome for you. And if you're not interested in something like that, if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share the video out. That helps me too, and I appreciate that. Doing these videos does take a lot of work. In fact, I had to record this a second time because for some reason I lost the first video. Don't know where it went, but couldn't find it when I went back to look for it. Anyway, in the videos you can see how well it foamed up when we did the wash. We used the foam cannon to get the initial dirt off, and then we used the foam cannon the second time to lubricate everything for the wash, where we used Incredible Suds in the wash bucket. Again, everything came off really easy, which was fantastic. And part of that has to do with the 5-year coating. This is really slick on the surface of the vehicle. It's still slick after a couple of weeks and a couple of washes. That's good news. The hydrophobics are still great. I did find one little strip on my hood that I think I didn't either let cure long enough or I kind of missed. And since that time, I've actually reapplied this, and we'll test that in the future. The new product I used this time around was ceramic gloss. And ceramic gloss is basically a topper for the 5-year coating. A lot of different coatings use this method. You can also just use this as a coating itself. And the way I used it was during the drying phase. So after everything was washed, I sprayed some of this on the towel and then also on the surface, and I just dried it with the drying blanket and the towels. Just wiped it clean with no pressure whatsoever, and that spread the product on. What that does is even glosses that paint up even more and makes it even slicker. And it'll also help the 5-year coating last a little bit longer. And I was very impressed with the results of the ceramic gloss. It worked fantastic. The other advantage of using it as a drying aid is that you don't use as much of the product, and that's good because that saves you money. And then also it just makes it a little bit easier to apply and hopefully not miss any spots too. So an update on the 5-year coating. The gloss, the slickness, the hydrophobics are all holding up after several weeks and a couple of washes. Now, is this really gonna last 5 years? DIYDetail says it is. I have no idea. And the reality is this. Most likely after 2 or 3 years, even if this is still performing well, I'll probably reapply another coating at that point. But if I can get 2 or 3 years out of this, I'm gonna be pretty happy with it. If I got 5, that's great too. But I don't expect most coatings to last that long, so we'll see. There are other companies that have big claims too. Adams has a coating that they say lasts 9 years. This is a relatively new company. They haven't even been around for 5 years. But I have to say it was really easy to apply, and it's still working after several weeks. And there are some products that you'll put on your vehicle that won't last that long. One other thing to note is, again, if you don't want to coat your vehicle with a 5-year coating and go through that whole process, you can use something like ceramic gloss or quick beads on your vehicle every time you wash it, and that'll give you some protection and hydrophobics as well. And if you keep doing that, maybe you don't even need to put one of these coatings on. For me, I want to protect the paint a little bit more, which is why I put that on there. And the quick beads for me is mostly just for the wheels and the wheel wells, that kind of thing. The ceramic gloss as a topper just helps the 5-year coating last a little bit longer. And I think that's okay too. That was the same thing I did when I used the graphene coating from Glassparency. They had a boost product that I put on every time I washed the vehicle. This also smells really good, by the way, so it makes your garage smell like honeydew. I kind of like that. But anyway, just a quick update on how these products worked. I was very happy with how everything worked. I was a little bit disappointed in All Clean at first because I was like, why can't I dilute this and why am I not getting foam? And that was just because I didn't read the product description very well. The concentrated version is the 1 gallon. This one's already diluted, so you just have to spray this on. That's totally fine, but then you use the product much more quickly. I bought myself a gallon of the All Clean, but I also bought a gallon of the Incredible Suds because now that I've used this a few times, I really like it. I highly recommend it. That smells good too. So anyway, that's a quick update on just how the 5-year coating's working so far on the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. It's working good. I'm happy with it, but we'll see how it goes long term. I'll try to do monthly updates or every other month, something like that, and definitely do an update in about a year to see how things are going and if it's still holding up. But feel free to leave your comments and questions below, and we can get into the discussion there in the comments, or maybe I can make another video if you have more questions. There is probably no perfect product out there, but I do like these DIYDetail products. They work pretty good. Again, I've used a lot of different products in the past, and so far I'm really happy with these. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Remember, live your life in beta, and we'll see you next time.